them talking about, hey, we got to figure out growth and rotations, and the competitive integrity is what Rick said.
Yeah, I think all those things align with the same goal of wanting to win games. And I think what we've talked about as a team is people have talked to me about, All-Star and Indy and all that stuff. Like, I really don't care. I just want to win. Like, that's just like me being completely honest. Like, I've done what I need to do individually for myself, and now it's just about winning games and getting to the playoffs. That's the main goal for me, like, first and foremost, and us as a group. So I think everybody's goals are aligned on the same thing. Everybody will do what they want to do individually if we win games.
Is the answer defense? What will it take for this team to become a postseason team this year?
Yeah, obviously it's the defensive end of the ball. We're going to score. We got the personnel to do that. We did it last year. We're going to do it this year. We did it in the half a season I was here when I got traded. We're going to score the ball. If we get stopped so we can get into that top half of the NBA defensively, we're going to be in the playoffs. So we know that's where the biggest level of growth will be for us.
You're so tight with Buddy. Everybody's tight with Buddy. How do you see him handling this whole situation where he may be here, he may not be here?
Yeah, he's a pro. At the end of the day, we're all professionals. We all have, stuff going on. But at the end of the day, I've been with Buddy, in Sacramento, where there was obviously a disagreement between him and the front office or whatever the case may be. But I know at the end of the day, nobody loves basketball the way that guy does, and he's going to show up, do his job to the best of his ability every day, be a professional about it. And that's negotiations are negotiations. Me and Buddy are still best friends, so it doesn't do anything for me.
Without delving too deep into what happened in Sacramento, is it different enough here that it's going to be that you expect him to be different in this situation?
Yeah, I think so. I think by the time I got there, it kind of had ran its course. There was obviously an agreement between the two parties that for him to part ways, and so I do think it's different. I think that I'm here as well to try to help mend fences, but at the end of the day, it's negotiations. That's what happens in the NBA.
Seems like Buddy's the same old Buddy to me from right here.
Yeah, he's not going to be any different. No, it's not going to change.
Minicamp in Nashville last week, what was the biggest thing that stuck out to you when you guys all got together?
I think just everybody being together. Everybody was out there besides TJ and Daniel. TJ just had a kid, and DT didn't get to spend a lot of time with his family this summer, so we were all out there, dinner or team activity every night, just spending time with each other, getting to know guys better. I think my biggest memory from the night will just be having dinner with Oscar Shibwe. Obviously, he doesn't talk a lot, but just getting to spend some time with him and getting to know more about him. He's hilarious, and I think that's what you want from it, is just to take away a group of guys getting closer. And the closer we are, the better that'll help us be as basketball players.
How did that come together, the national trip?
Obviously, mostly myself, but after Bruce signed and my girlfriend got to know him, Jay got to know him, and he was talking. She got to know that he loves country music and all this stuff, and so she told him that I've never been to Nashville, and he's like, "All right, well, Tyrese, I'm gonna take you to Nashville before the season," and I was like, "Just make the whole team go." So made the whole team go. So it was fun. We worked out every day. Some guys came back at night and did team activities or dinner every night. Just got to grow closer, so it was fun.
What did those workouts consist of? Are you playing fives? Or
Yeah. I think lifting, doing your individual work, and playing fives.
How does building that chemistry help as you guys get into what's going to be a really competitive camp?
Yeah, I think just establishing relationships, establishing who we are as competitors, and knowing that coming into training camp, dudes are going to be competing for playing time, dudes are going to be competing for multiple different things. Obviously, just the love of the game, and just understanding that what happens in between the lines happens in between the lines. Moving out, we're all going to be cool, and we all want to win at the end of the day.
What will be important about your fit with Benedict this year, and how can you guys improve your chemistry as teammates?
Yeah, I think that obviously him going into year two, I know what it's like having a successful rookie year, coming into year two, and the attention being a little different. And so I think that just trying to help him in any way I can, and helping him grow. I've seen a lot of growth from him this summer. He's lived in the gym, so I'm excited to play alongside with him going into year two and helping any way I can.
And to the other side of that, how different would it be without Buddy? Is it kind of like a safety net there in the corner, like you two being on the same wavelength every time you're out there?
Anybody get traded? What do you mean?
Assuming Ben will be more in the starting lineup.
Yeah, okay.
How much you guys will overlap to be determined?
Yeah. I think obviously you guys know the chemistry I have with Buddy, and I think that lineups are what they are, and through the course of games you'll play with everybody, so it's not really a concern for me. I know that if I got 4 guys on the court and I know guys pretty well, I can help them in any way I can.
What sense, I mean, you talk about the competition and just how it's going to be tough. And what sense do you get already that everybody sort of knows? Some guys are playing for any minutes.
Yeah.
So like the level of guys going all out at this point.
Yeah, I think that you've seen that through the whole summer. I think guys understand that, that guys are going to be fighting for minutes. You don't know what the lineup's going to look like, but I think you'd rather have that, honestly, than have, what your set 9 or 10 are and everybody else is kind of loafing it through camp. You want guys to be competing and playing for minutes to see where guys have improved and stuff like that. And we've been in here for weeks, working out together. When I got here back from overseas, most of the team was already here at that point. So that was good to see and encouraging to see. And you see that what guys have been working on, and so just looking forward to getting into the year.
Has a player or two really popped in the last month when you've been here?
I've just been impressed with all the young guys, seeing what they bring to the table. And like I said, Ben's been making shots, and you see what he's been working on this summer. He's done a good job of implementing that into 5-on-5 and stuff like that. So just looking forward to, I think there's only so much stock you can put in pickup. So I'm looking forward to camp and preseason and all that good stuff.
How do you think you've improved your game defensively? Do you feel like you made strides there?
For sure, I would say so for sure. I would tell you that there's obviously room for me to improve, but I think the tape doesn't lie. I thought I made some big strides defensively. Kind of was forced to in the FIBA game because it's like everybody posts up there. They don't care who it is. So you're kind of forced to play post defense a little more in the NBA. Forced to do some different things, and that was fun. But you also see like areas where I still have room to improve. So just looking forward to also doing that in the NBA style of game, where the calls are a little different and physicality is a little different. So I'm looking forward to that.
What was the highlight from that experience? What did you enjoy most?
I think just being in the locker room with the guys, getting to know everybody. Obviously the relationships that I've created from there, the banter, of course, of we play you, kill y'all and stuff. That's the most fun part. That's the biggest memories, is just getting to know everybody. Our families getting to know each other through the experience. So that was fun.
How do you feel about what we've seen from Milwaukee and Boston over the last week?
Yeah, I think it's good for the league. I think you're seeing, I think where the league is right now is probably the most parity we've seen in the league. Obviously, those two you expect to see at the top of the East, but I think from after those two, like 3 to 15 could really be anybody. So I think that's the fun part of where we are as a league right now, and looking forward to competing against both those teams.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.